So if you take a look at number 32, you're told to write the statement in scientific notation. So right here, scientific notation. So that means that we want the general format of a times 10 to the nth power. And the n can be positive or negative. And the a should be a number that's basically between 1 and 10, just not equal to 10. So what we'll do is we'll take the number we're given, 11,700, and right now the decimal point's at the end, and we're going to move it until there's one digit to the left of our decimal point. So we'll move it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and that's where our decimal point will end up, because we will have 1.17, so 1 digit to the left of our decimal point here, times 10, and then the exponent is going to depend on 2 things. Number 1, the number of times that you moved the decimal point. So if we go back and count, we moved it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then the sign is all about the direction we would have to move to get it back to the original number. So to get from 1.17 to 11,700, I have to move the decimal point to the right. Therefore, the sign should be positive. So your final answer would just be 1.17 times 10 to the 4th. So taking a look at 33, we want to get 0.0000849 into scientific notation. So we will move that decimal point until there's 1 digit to the left of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. New decimal point is right there. We will be left with 8.49 times 10 to some power. To figure out the power, we have to count how many times we move. So we go over here and we count the little humps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. This exponent is going to be a 6, but to get 8.49 back to its original form, the decimal point would actually have to move left. So moving left indicates a negative. So my final answer would be 8.49 times 10 to the negative 6th power. So you're given some word problems with 34 and 35. 34 says that Charles mowed 5x squared plus 3x minus 1 yards on Monday and 2x squared plus 4 on Wednesday. How many more yards, so how many more yards, that's really important, did Charles mow on Monday in terms of x? Okay, so if we take a look back here, we have the number of yards he mowed on Monday, 5x squared plus 3x minus 1. And then we're also given how many yards he mowed on Wednesday. So I put that in some different colors. And if I want to know how many more yards, well, if I'm asked how many more, that indicates I need to subtract. So we're really going to do Monday minus Wednesday. The problem is, though, that Monday is an expression and Wednesday is an expression. So instead of Monday here, I'm going to plug in the expression for Monday. So 5x squared plus 3x minus 1. And we are going to subtract our Wednesday, so minus 2x squared plus 4. So notice that I put everything inside parentheses because we are subtracting this entire polynomial here. So we want to make sure that this negative distributes to every single term so that they actually get subtracted. So our first set of parentheses, there's nothing really to do inside there, so we can just bring it down as 5x squared plus 3x minus 1, and the negative 1 times 2x squared is negative 2x squared, and negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, and we'll check to see if we have any like terms to combine. So 5x squared minus 2x squared is 3x squared. Negative 3x doesn't have any like terms, so it's just going to come down. Then we have a minus 1 and a minus 4, which would combine to give us a minus 5. And this got a little squishy, but that would be our final answer right here. That's how many more yards he mowed on Monday. So if you look at 35, it's actually very, very similar. It's just another scenario. It says that your salary, S, is based on commissions, but you also have to pay for certain job-related expenses. So the formula, S equals C minus E, represents your salary, where C is equal to 275x and E equals 20x plus 80. We need to write a simplified expression for the salary in terms of x. So we want to make sure that we simplify. In fact, I accidentally told you to simplify twice, so make sure you do it. So if we take our formula, it automatically tells us what we're going to be doing. S equals C minus E. So we're going to be subtracting. So we need to figure out what C is. So if we take a look here, C is 275x, and E, our expenses, are 20x plus 80. So we're going to take that formula again. S equals C minus E. S is just going to come down. It's going to stay S. I want to run out of room here. So it's going to stay S equals, but instead of C, I'm going to plug in what C is equal to, which if we look back, it's highlighted here in a light green. It's 275x. And then my formula says I'm subtracting my expenses, my E, which I highlighted in a light blue right here. So E is 20x plus 80. And again, we are subtracting all of the expenses. So this minus sign is really understood to be a minus 1, and it needs to distribute. So we have S equals 275x minus 20x minus 80. And work on combining some like terms. We have 275x minus 20x, so we'll get S equals 255x minus 80. And that would be our final answer. It can't be simplified any further.